Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you are watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And I have my co-host, Rebellious D and Trav, with me. How you fellas doing today?
Right, we chill.
Hey, brother.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? So on today's episode, we are reviewing episode 2 of Superman and Lois. But before we get into that episode, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to our channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks crew has a new video. So if you fellas are ready, let's go ahead and get into today's video.
Well, first off, we born ready.
Yeah, we ready.
And second, is there any more episodes that you want to introduce? Because you said the word episode quite a number of times right there, and I wasn't sure if you wanted to say the word episode at least one more time.
I only said it one time.
Do it
before we get this episode going.
I only said it one time. I don't know what you're
talking about. 3 times in a matter of one sentence.
What? Hey, you got to keep up with me, man. It's like I say stuff and then I don't remember what I said.
Because you're the Flash.
I'm the Flash.
But you lost your powers.
We're getting to that review
like every other
on.
season.
But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Superman and Lois. But before we talk about it, I wanted to talk about something that happened with me earlier today. I was sitting in my work truck and I was eating some cantaloupe, and it's like, you know, when you have that feeling that like somebody is watching you, and it's like I got the cantaloupe in my hand, and then I look to my left
with the fork in.
I like this story.
Dia is standing there with the kids. They rolled up on me, and like that's the reason why I got
standing watching, because just standing there.
Payback.
I'm the Riddler. I'm the Riddler. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he got me. He rolled up.
I had to get
on
it back. It felt great too, Trav.
They were standing there
with
looking
the
at
kids too. He brought reinforcements. The gang came with him.
Hey, gang.
He was ready, but I just thought it was funny and I just wanted to tell that story. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into today's episode. So the episode 2 is called Heritage. It's another banger episode for Superman and Lois. It continues right where the first one left off, where we find out at the last episode the person who got on the ship, it was Captain Luthor. And we didn't know if it was going to be John Cryer reprising his role, because I still don't know if his character is dead.
You might have been confused. Your boy won't though.
I wasn't confused. I was just wanting to know like who it was.
Your boy knew though, is what I'm saying. Cheers to that.
It's like we find out that it's not him. It's another Luthor. We don't even know if it's Lex Luthor. All we know is because the android on the ship just refers to him as Captain Luthor. And I just want to know, like, what are your guys' opinions on this? Starting with you, Trav. Like, how did you feel when you saw that it was somebody else and it wasn't the traditional Lex Luthor?
Well, first off, if this comes out that it's not Lex Luthor, it's like, you know, John Luthor or something random. I'm okay. That I'm done with this. So, and there's no way it's not Lex Luthor. I'm all for this other Lex Luthor not being a genius though, and being like this army captain. You know what I mean? Type of. I like the new story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I know on last week's episode, Trav, you had said something along the lines of that this is set in a different universe. It's not a part of the Arrowverse. Like, did you have any source on that, or was that just something you were just saying?
That's not what I said, fam.
You did say that.
This is in the Arrowverse. That's not what I said. I said it disregards what happened on Infinite Crisis. That does not count with this storyline, is what I said. Okay, I did not say that it won't in the Arrowverse. So
pretty much it reset the original timeline.
That timeline that has no bearing on this story. This is a whole new story.
A whole new story. Like, it's a whole new world.
It's a whole new world.
All right.
We got Captain Luthor.
So D, like, what were your thoughts on it, seeing Captain Luthor?
Hey man, I love it, man. Hey, the more Earths they add, the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. It was interesting to see Luthor, because you know he's at times had armor anyways. You didn't really know that he was going to be from, whatever Earth he was from. It could have been any rendition. He could have just been playing with Superman at the beginning when he was telling them about Krypton and dropping all those Easter eggs on him. Like, I know who you are. So I thought it was very cool to open it up that way. And it gives me Injustice vibes.
Yeah.
Is what it gives me.
I was thinking Injustice. I was also thinking, I believe it was DC Online, where it's like Lex came from a different universe that Brainiac had pretty much took over. I was getting those vibes too, so it's going to be pretty interesting once we get later into the episode to dive into that. Trav, you were about to say something?
Yeah, before we like really get into the episode, of course, you know, let me grab something real quick. Picked up, you know, Wednesday's my comic day. Even DC comes out on Tuesdays, but Wednesday, instead of making 2 trips, I just get on my comics on Wednesday. Now, with D talking about, you know, he's all for more Earths. Yep. They're really pushing Superman and Lois hard on the brand new DC. DC's launched all their new stuff this week. So, and of course, this crime syndicate takes place in Earth 3. Now, I don't know if that has any bearing on this or anything like that, but I could see a tie-in of some sort since they're promoting it so heavy in the comics.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like a Earth 3 kind of thing for the show. I don't know.
Yeah, I like it, man. I mean, and it's fun because they've already introduced the multiverse, if you will, and
exactly.
You know, they can just
and you guys said Stargirl is Earth 2.
Yeah, Stargirl's on Earth 2. Yes.
Right. So, again, Jeff Johns. That's Jeff Johns' thing. You know, he created Stargirl, and we know that how heavy he is involved in this show.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, is it a possibility that this could be taking place on Earth 2? Right.
We don't.
That's not ruled out, right?
No, I mean,
I wouldn't rule it out.
I would say that this takes place on the same Earth as the Arrowverse. Like, so pretty. Well, that's Earth 1. Yeah, because Cisco, he's on Earth Prime.
Right.
I can't remember. I don't remember much about Earth Prime.
Where's his girlfriend from? She ain't from Earth Prime, is she?
She was from a different Earth, but
yeah, I don't remember what that Earth was.
I don't remember either, man. Gypsy, I can't remember.
Yeah, Gypsy was her name. From. There you go.
But yeah, I really want to talk more about the different possibilities when we get to that part of the episode. But moving back to the current Earth, you know, Clark. He is trying to teach Jordan how to use his powers and whatnot. We see that now he's more open with them because he told them that he's Superman. Pretty much it's like the family, they're adjusting to life in Smallville, in the middle of nowhere, pretty much, compared to being in the big city of Metropolis. And he's, like I said, he's teaching Jordan. He's going to take Jordan to the Fortress of Solitude, whereas Jonathan, he still has to go to regular school. And we see that, you know, they end up flying away, and Jonathan, now he's at school. He doesn't get the playbook for the football team that he was supposed to get. And he has heat with the other football players.
He got heat.
Got that heat.
And it's just like, you know, it's like your brother's not here to help you out now. And
heck.
You know, it's just pretty interesting. I mean, we already knew what was going to happen. It does suck because it's like he didn't even kiss the girl, Sarah, I believe that's her name.
Yeah, Sarah. There you go.
Like I have it written down, but I have something else put up on my phone. But yeah, he didn't even kiss her, and he has to suffer for what his brother did. When we get to the Fortress of Solitude, Jordan and Clark, they talk with Jor-El. And I really love how, you know, this Jor-El, it's because it's like whenever I think about Jor-El, I think about Jor-El from Smallville and how he was an asshole. And it's like, it's just interesting seeing like it's a Jor-El that wants to help, and he's being helpful. And when Clark brings Jordan there, he says that, you know, there's a possibility that he does have the same powers as you, but we pretty much have to run a test on him just to see. Then with Lois, who is, you know, doing her thing in town and whatnot, she finds out from Lana that there's going to be a town council meeting tonight about everything that's going to be happening in Smallville because of what Morgan Edge is bringing to town. So I love how, you know, starting off with this episode, it shows you that every member of the family is doing their own thing, where John, he has to deal with the stuff in school. Lois, she's starting to get more involved with everything that's going on in town, and Clark has to train Jordan how to harness this power that he has. And I like, when I was watching it at the gym, I was getting All Might and Midoriya vibes from this, because it's like Jordan, he like what I said on the first review, his quirk unlocked, but he doesn't know how to control it. Just like Midoriya, he couldn't control his quirk when he first started using One for All. If you
Hey,
don't watch,
I'll take it. It's better than JoJo references. So I'll
hey,
take
shut up. But if you haven't watched My Hero Academia, check it out. It's a really good anime. 10 stars. Check out our reaction video too that me and Trav did, and check out my review if you do read the manga on chapter 303 of the series. So D, starting with you, like, how do you feel about the Kent family and the not the adventures, but everything that they have going on right now with going on in Smallville?
I like it. I mean, you're basically getting pulled in 4 different mini stories, if you will, and I'm sure they're going to all come together later on down the road. The Morgan, the Edge stuff is interesting. I like the casting for him. He looks very sly.
Yeah.
He's not quite a Lex Luthor sly, but he's just kind of chill. Like, he owns everything he feels like that he touches, so he can just do what he wants. Then you get the brothers. You know, you got to get that playbook down. This isn't, this ain't your old school Playboy. And he's going to have to earn the trust. I do think that the girl's going to end up falling for Jonathan.
I
can see that coming. And then I think that's going to create something like a rift between the brothers, although they do seem like remarkably close. And I really like that brotherly bond. And Jordan's going to have to figure out how to do the thing, man, because I mean, Jarrell's like, you are not worthy, all that. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to lift the hammer up anytime soon.
He crapped on the kid, bro.
Yeah, he sure did. He said, look, that was a 1 in a million chance. He ate you. So it's gonna be interesting. I love Lois. I love her storyline. I think it's probably one of my more favorite ones so far. What she's doing and trying to bring down Edge. Trav?
Yeah, no, I agree. I know you were talking about Jarrell trying to help, but to me, at the end, we got the same old Jarrell.
Yeah, exactly.
Asshole.
Classic Jarrell. Hey, don't get this kid killed. Basically.
So, I like, again, relating this to Batman Dark Knight. It's a drama that just happens to be a comic book character. This is a family drama show.
Yeah.
Just revolves in the world of Superman and all the other moving pieces, which obviously makes it more interesting for, people like us who enjoy the comics or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it was pretty interesting just seeing everything that's going on. Jonathan being on the football team and wanting to get out there on the field. He's new to the town, and this is something that Lois brings up, is that he really had to leave everything behind because they asked him if he wanted to come to Smallville, and it was to help Jordan be able to control his powers and whatnot. And he left the football team. He left his girlfriend back in Metropolis. And it's like the football players, it's like they're going hard on him. It's very Smallville-esque when when Clark was on the football team, and it's like everybody was giving him a hard time and whatnot.
And nobody wants to see their friend get replaced on any team, bro.
Exactly,
so that's how it goes. I know it's very cliche.
And he let him know we got a quarterback.
Right. Yeah, whoever was on that left tackle, let that kid come around and blindside him. Yeah, you know what time it is.
So I mean,
kind of like. Remember the Titans on the defense where they kept switching out?
Why aren't you blocking?
Well, what was his name? He does a lot
Remy?
of No, the actual actor. Remember they replaced the white dude with the black dude, but the white guy is from
not Woodrow.
No, like Mamma Mia and all that stuff.
I know what you're talking. I can't think of that guy's name.
I can't think of his name right now neither. He's boys with
It's not
Jake
Woody.
Gyllenhaal.
I mean,
regardless, that's the kind of vibes that you get.
I mean, I can't remember his name, but yeah, I mean, like, you had that with Jonathan, and then like you guys have already stated what happened with Jordan. So it's like pretty much both of them are having bad times since they've been in Smallville.
Yep.
And then Lois, she ends up going to the city council meeting where she meets another reporter who is a reporter for the Smallville Gazette, and she lets her know that she's a huge fan of Lois, and it's an honor for her to even be here in the town. Her name is Chrissy Beppo. That's her name. I'm going with Beppo. I didn't know if it was Beppo.
Yeah, call her Beppo. I like it.
Beppo.
I like it.
Okay, so
hi, I'm Beppo.
I'm Beppo.
she she tells Lois that she's a huge fan and whatnot, and Lois, she sits in on the meeting. We also see that Sarah, she sees that Jordan is there, and she's like, so you can't come to school because you're sick, but you can come to the city council meeting. And he was just like, he was feeling better now. Morgan Edge, he ends up showing up, and he talks about all of these promises that he's going to bring to Smallville, and everybody in the town, they're happy about it because this is good news. It's going to create jobs and people are going to be making more money. Whereas when Lois, she stands up and she's like, well, what about what happened in this town? And what about what happened in that town? And the people, they're just like, boo. It reminded me of when Huey, when he gave that speech about R. Kelly in the courtroom, and Riley was just like, boo, somebody put the music back on, and everybody just started dancing. It's like, Lois, she was speaking fact, and nobody wants to hear this, including Lana's husband, Kyle, who is a total Chad. Like, I don't understand like how she could be with somebody like that. I mean, because if we're going
Slim
with
Pickens, bro, it's Slim Pickens.
But I'm pretty sure that because you got to remember that Lana was Clark's crush, and I wonder if Clark went through the same stuff that he went through in Smallville to try and get Lana. And I'm assuming that Kyle is the Whitney of this show.
I can see that. Does anybody get vibes that this guy he's in on whatever Morgan Edge is trying to do?
Oh yeah, no.
The vibes that he's getting paid under the table, like,
bro, the way that he acts.
Or well, you can see
something's better than nothing. Yeah,
well, exactly, because you know he's living all right. Like his
exactly.
Doing well.
Yeah, he looked well, right? Had that damn grill,
full rack of ribs.
Yeah, the full ribs.
They supplied all the food too.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I know that cost a pretty penny.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, when I saw that, it was like being over at Trav's house on the 4th of July. They got all the food lined up, the ribs, the steaks, the steak tuna. That's what it reminded me of.
Tuna steak.
I'm calling it steak tuna.
No, it's steak tuna.
We know where you're from.
It's steak tuna.
It's steak tuna. Hey, that was my first time ever eating it. And
how was it?
It was good.
Let's snowball. Really, how was it? It was good.
It was really good. It was really good.
Here's the best part, because
go ahead and say it.
Nah, a tuna steak is tuna in the shape of a steak. That's why it's called tuna steak.
Yeah.
You're eating steak tuna.
Yeah,
steak tuna.
You know what I mean? So it's steak in the shape of tuna.
Exactly.
Right. Hey,
that
and
sounds
it's
disgusting. I don't know, bro. Imagine getting a can of steak, squeezing the juice out.
Come on.
In the
don't do that.
It's got the blood going everywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, like they were eating well at this party. Now, when Lana had invited Lois over, did you guys think that it was just going to be like a family dinner with?
Yeah, they definitely gave that impression.
Yeah, but then it's like Lana was just like, "Oh no, we got the whole town here."
Yeah. He did that on purpose.
Yeah, they did it on purpose. It's like I really don't like Lana. I mean, I didn't like her. I didn't like her on Smallville either.
I like it. Let's get a little bit of drama going.
Yeah, I didn't like how she.
It looked like she was trying to corner Clark.
Yeah, you see what she was trying to roll. She was trying to roll.
Came on with the drink, slurring her word.
Well, look, bro. I mean, Clark's a stud. So I mean, of course, she rolled up. She was like, "Damn."
Now, something else that's interesting too. Earlier in the episode, Colonel Lane, he comes over to the house, and Lois, this is before the city council meeting, and Lois and the boys, they end up leaving, and Clark, he ends up talking with him. I said Colonel, I meant General. He ends up talking with him, and he lets Clark know about what happened at one of the other facilities where the person in the armor was trying to find kryptonite. And he sees something in Clark's face, and he asks him, like, did you tell him that you were Superman? And it's like he's gonna learn everything, especially once we get to the end of the episode. But he's gonna learn like what's going on. He's gonna learn that Jordan has powers and whatnot. And I feel like that if he finds out that Jordan has powers, I feel like he's gonna try to turn him against Clark. We already see how Jordan is when it comes to his personality and whatnot. He kind of already has like a rough relationship with Clark as is. So it's going to be
a little bit of a baby too. So.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be very interesting seeing what's going to happen between him and Clark, because I can see a fight happening between them. Like once he finally gets his powers, I I kind of get the vibes of Batman and Robin, Dick Grayson. You know what I'm saying? So that's something
constant
that we
tension.
Yeah, constant tension. Whereas like with Jonathan's
chill.
Yeah, he's chill.
Jonathan literally just goes to school and does what he can and goes on.
Exactly. So
it's gonna be neat.
It's pretty interesting to see what's gonna happen there. When they're at the cookout, Lois, she goes up to Kyle and she talks with him, and it was funny because it's like, she wanted some ribs and he was just like, are you at the wrong place? Like, should you even be here right now? And
I mean, it's his house.
Yeah, I mean, I got invited. Like, it's like it's crazy to see what's going to happen between Kyle. Like you said, D, it's like I do feel like that he's working with Morgan Edge, and I feel like that something is going to happen where it's going to tear that whole family apart. Like I could see Kyle possibly going to jail or something like that, and then Lana blaming the Kents for it. So,
or really Lois. Probably just Lois.
Probably, yeah. I mean, you see the way that she looks.
She ain't gonna blame her man Clark. We know that.
No, yeah, that ain't happening.
Hey, it's just like Randy Savage said. Like,
Hogan
had lust in his eyes. And that's what Lana has lust in her eyes because she sees Clark. Like Trav, like you said, he's a stud. He has a good job, good shape.
Now he got no job, right?
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't think Kyle's a firefighter.
Yeah, he's the chief.
He's the chief, daddy.
He's the chief of the firefighter. Yeah.
In a small town, so that means he's the man.
He's a big deal.
He has pull.
Damn right.
He has pull.
He got the pull.
While they're at the cookout, General Lane, he hits the button to call Clark, and Clark, he goes there and he ends up fighting against the man Luther, but they still don't know who it is. You know what I'm saying? It's still a mystery. Early on in episode 2, they fight again, and
badass Clark, fight too. Then
Clark beats him. I mean, Superman beats him, and it's like before he can find out who he is, he's just like, "Hey, my ship has a bomb on it. Are you gonna go save the people, or are you gonna, pretty much fight me?" And of course, Superman, he does what he does, and he saves the people. But they end up having to fight again, and we find out that the only reason why Luther he was there was because he wanted to send a message to General Lane and let him know that Superman shouldn't be trusted. Like, he's going to do to your world like he did to mine. Superman ends up showing up, and he beats him, and then we find out
he ain't just show up. He swooped on in,
he swooped in,
snatched his little ass on up.
Hey, no question.
Hey, he beat him so bad, like his head came off, and he found out that it was nobody. It was an android.
It was
a hole in his chest too, boy. That dick.
I got the Fugitoids up.
So it was interesting because it's like General Lane, he already has like thoughts in his head about what's going on, because early on in the episode, he told Clark that Lois, she comes to me about the problems with you being Superman, and it's like now that the boys know that you're Superman, it's going to be issues for them now too. And I feel like he doesn't like Clark. You know what I'm saying? It's like he doesn't trust him, even though it's his son-in-law, but he doesn't trust him because he's an alien. And
he was like, I stockpiled all this kryptonite so they couldn't get it to use it again. Come on.
It's like, we know why you got the kryptonite, man. And it's because if something does happen and you need to take Superman out, you already
got that Batman insurance, right?
Exactly. Well, what if General Lane's mother's name is Martha too? You know what I'm saying? When they're fighting each other. But it's interesting because now Captain Luther, he doesn't have a suit. He's trying to rebuild his suit. He needs kryptonite, and he needs to rebuild his ship as well. And we end up seeing a flashback to showing what happened on his world, where it's like he was a soldier and he was serving under General Lane, and we see Superman in a black suit. Now, the first time that we saw Superman in a black suit and the Arrowverse was during the Elseworlds crossover event where there was an evil Superman, but I can't remember the villain's name, but the guy, he made himself into Superman and he had the black suit on and he was a villain. So it just made me think that because you have all these different multiverses and whatnot, if the Superman in this alternate universe, is it the same Superman that was created in the Elseworlds, or is this a Superman that was just sent to Earth and he was just a bad guy? Now, you know what I'm saying?
Question, Banks. Do you think this is Superman for Earth X?
I mean, it's a possibility.
I mean, because they were all evil there.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think it's the Superman from Earth X because
why?
Those, I mean, it's a possibility.
I mean, I'm just,
I mean, it's a possibility, but remember, like in Earth X, everything there was just red, and like they were all like Nazis and stuff like that, that Superman didn't really give off like Nazi vibes. But I will say
he was killing people like
that's what I was about to say. Like when he was using his laser beams.
Yeah, he was crushing them,
and like they actually showed him killing the people. I was just like, dang, like,
well, and that whole like Red Sun Nazi Superman stuff. You know what I mean? He actually has like the Russian.
Yeah, he has the Russian on his chest, right?
I don't know if they would take it that far in the show. They'd be like, "This is Nazi Superman." You know what I mean?
I don't know,
but it could be like unspoken.
Yeah. Now, did they get any backlash at all, guys? Just a side note: when they did the Earth X stuff and they had the Nazi version, they didn't get any. Okay, I was just curious. I mean, I didn't hear anything about it, so I thought nothing of it.
I'm trying to think because Trav just sent me a article the other day when it was Polygon and they were attacking Attack on Titan, and the article was from last year, and they were pretty much just trying to say that the creator of Attack on Titan is trying to spread his own propaganda and agenda.
Anti-Semitic.
Yeah, anti-Semitic and whatnot.
Like sprinkled in his anime.
And it's just like I told Trav, they use stuff from the real world in comics and TV shows and movies and stuff like that. Like what's that one movie, Inglourious Bastards? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like we see stuff like this in movies, and it's like they're not really trying to spread a message that you need to become a Nazi now or something like that. It's just media. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes stuff's literally just for entertainment. Dude.
Exactly.
Like, that's it.
I get it, but it's just it gets very muddy nowadays.
Exactly.
It's not like how it used to be. It gets very muddy.
They got away with it though. They got away.
Oh yeah, no question. So
you know what's crazy? It's like imagine if when Captain America: The First Avenger came out, and they was just like, oh, they're promoting Nazi propaganda in this movie. And it's just damn. It's like I will say that when I think
about that, bro.
I will say when I watched the movie Jojo Rabbit, it's like I was kind of put off of it at first because like in the trailer, like it's literally like a Nazi movie.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? And then like after I watched it, I was just like, oh, okay, like it actually has like a really good message to it. And
you got to be careful too with how you market things.
Exactly.
Well, and that's the same director from Thor Ragnarok and the new Thor. So I mean, we know who this dude is. It's not he's not trying to spread no.
Yeah, I got it in their heads now.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's not a '90s cartoon. They ain't got the floppy disk.
The floppy disk.
But however, we got the Riddler over here. Jim
Carrey. Pretty close.
Remember, it's like the floppy disk. It was either like the one that was like this size, or it was the one that was like this size. Yeah, I'm just like, what? I mean, that is how floppy disks used to look back in the day, the really huge ones. But it's just funny because when we were younger, we saw the small floppy disk, and then when you saw like an older one, it's just like, dang, this thing is huge. That's what you said.
But here's the thing: we know the size of a floppy disk as far as space goes.
Yeah.
So, like in the '90s, they would put in the floppy disk, and it would have all this information. It's like there's no way it had all these computer programs and stuff on this floppy disk, bro. That was like
#96 floppy disk.
Yeah. And then remember, it's like as the '90s progressed, then it became CDs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
nuts.
Yeah, CDs nuts. You got to be careful with that.
Whoa, easy now, easy. That's fire.
But before we wrap this thing up, I wanted to go back on the relationship between the family, because once Jor-El said that Jordan that he wasn't pretty much going to have the same powers as Clark, and then after the stuff that was going on at school with Jonathan, there was an argument that happened in the house, and I love how motherly Lois is, like how she just controlled that entire situation and calmed everybody down. And
Bro,
was able.
Clark said,
Clark couldn't handle it.
It's on.
Clark said, "Put on your shoes. Let's go outside." Like, he won't try to hear that. Lois, she was able to calm the situation down, and I think that she's definitely the heart of the family. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
no question.
When it always comes to these stories, it's like, Superman is always the heart, but it's like you just said, D, she's the mom, so she
damn right, that's mom.
She's Mom Duke, so she's the heart of the family. And she ends up quitting the Daily Planet because, remember, Morgan Edge, he owns it now.
Yeah.
And she wrote an article about what happened at the council meeting, and they pretty much changed her story. And so she goes to the Daily Planet and she hands a letter over, and she's like, "This is the best story that I've ever written." And at the end of the episode, Morgan, he opens it up and it says, "I quit." And now Lois, she is going to the Smallville Gazette, and she's going to start working there. So I'm sure that's going to bring plenty of business to, the Smallville Gazette. Now, do you guys feel like, I forgot her name. Is it Cassie?
Yeah, it's something like
that. Yes, the daughter?
Is that
no, the editor.
The editor at the Smallville Gazette. Chrissy. Sorry, there we go.
There it is.
Chrissy.
Okay.
Now, when I first saw her, I was just like, okay, this is going to be the Chloe Sullivan of Smallville.
And I was about to die. She said my name. Hey, I'm Chloe. I
thought that's what she was going to say.
Hey, I thought that's where they were going.
She gave it a side eye, bro. She gave it a side eye.
I thought she was going to say that. Yeah, my name's Chloe. Yeah, thank God that didn't happen. But well, when she said that my boss loves you at the I was just like, I wonder if she's
her boss is going to be Chloe.
Yeah.
Hey, that ship sailed, brother.
They're going to stay far away from Chloe Sullivan.
Maybe it's Pete.
This show. Yeah, we'll see Pete. Hopefully,
that would be great to see him clean.
You don't think Chloe's coming back?
No. just like
I guarantee you, a lot of people don't forgot about that whole situation.
I don't think so.
No,
watching Smallville.
Yeah, it's always
got some
stuff
fiends
coming out
there.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
If Chloe Sullivan's not returning to this show, she's not going to be on this show. Just like how Ralph Dibny isn't going to be on The Flash. So
hey, and he was great up there too, man.
He was
one of the bright spots.
Yeah,
that sucks. Anyways, keep going, Banks.
But hey, I mean, that's pretty much it. What do you guys have to say about the episode overall? Starting with you, Trav.
Loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already bought in episode 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think it helped solidify my decision to call it good off the bat with a good follow-up episode. I mean, a great follow-up episode. And it's just something about, like, I'm gonna say the texture of the show. It's just something about this versus most everything else they have on the CW, but a couple shows. It's just like, it's a bright spot on their channel. I'll say that
like
too.
I said, I put this up there with, Stargirl. And
like the quality is so sharp.
The visuals are really
and then the
nice.
Story follows well. It's just like, then you got these other shows.
I'll say that like just starting from episode 1, it's like I always want to know what's going to happen next. And the same thing with episode 2. After I finish it, it's just like, okay, what's going to happen next?
Yeah.
And I feel like that is good storytelling on the show when it wants you as a viewer to continue to watch the show, to wonder what's going to happen next. And we're going to get into that on our next review of The Flash once we get into that. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. D, 1 out of 10, what do you give this episode?
Give me a hard 9.
Trav?
Yeah, I give it a hard 9. I can't give it a 10 out of 10 like last week. Only because like it was the first episode and it blew me away.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's a good solid 9.
I like it.
Definitely. Yeah, I'll give it a 9 as well. It's definitely a 9. Really good episode. Really good reveals on this episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't wait to see where we're going to go next with all of the characters. And I can't wait to see next week's episode. So, hey, everybody, thank you for watching this episode.
Yeah, that's right.
Trav, I have been saying
it was that episode again.
Yeah, I caught it this time. I actually slowed down the speed.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I could catch it.
What speed force?
But you know what it is? You can't run as fast as you used
to. Hey, riddle me this.
Spoiler.
That's what you should have said.
So, yeah, thank you everybody for watching this review. Make sure that you like it and you subscribe to our channel so that way that you can always keep up with us, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content out. D, let them know where they can find you at in social media land.
That's going to be rebellious_D23 at Instagram.com.
Yeah, and I love how like you came set up a little bit for it.
Oh, yeah, man.
Really
I got to give it to him.
Yeah,
that's right.
He rolled up on me. You know what I'm saying?
I got to. I said, look at this fool over here.
Superman got him hyped today.
And Flash got him hyped too.
Oh, easy. We're gonna talk about that.
He got on that
Flash. He got on the shirt. So
he's still my guy, even if he's going down, man. It's how it goes.
Yeah. And you know you can find your boy on the Instagrams as well at ZK Audio and Young Riddler Banks. Where they gonna find you? Grove Street for sure.
Grove Street, homie.
You can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Make sure you follow all of the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks social media accounts at Leveling Up Banks. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We have a Patreon, and if you're feeling generous and would love to donate to us, it is at Leveling Up Banks. Make sure you check out our podcast where we release new episodes every Tuesday, and then the video of that episode will be on YouTube that Friday. And I believe that's everything. Thank you, everybody, for checking us out and liking our videos. And make sure you hop in the comments for this review and let us know what you thought about episode 2, Heritage of Superman and Lois. We'll see you next time. And our next video that we have coming up is The Flash. So make sure you check that review out for season 7, episode 1. Like I always say, keep that pinky up. See you next time. Peace.
Be sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video and get notified every time we upload a new one by subscribing and ticking the bell icon. You can also listen to the full episode by searching for Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks on your favorite podcast app. If you'd like to help support more great content like this, be sure to check us out on Patreon. We'll have the link posted in the description below. Thanks for listening, and see you on the next episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.